Hi guys, it's me again. I am here with my history video because I promised that I would put that up soon. And my history starts, well, my overweightness kind of in my 20s, but when I was a kid I was normal, always healthy weight, healthy. When I was 13 I got kind of chubby, and then I thinned out in high school, and then my weight wasn't, it never really bothered me. In 2003, I started Weight Watchers because I was getting married. Every bride wants to be thinner on their wedding day. I ended up losing 24 pounds through Weight Watchers. And then in 2004, we went on an anniversary trip up north to Traverse City, and we took pictures on the beach, miniature golfing, and all of our activities. And when we got home and got the pictures developed, I was looking at them and I wanted to cry. I was like, I didn't realize I was so huge. And I believe I was a size 18-20, but on my little frame I'm only 5'2". That's pretty big. That's when I started really feeling bad. Then in 2007, my husband and I went through in vitro to have our son, and thankfully we were blessed with a pregnancy right away. After I gave birth to him, not he, I started to gain the weight. It's like it just kept coming on, and I didn't really do anything about it. I was just like, whatever, it's baby fat. It'll go away. I'll work on it later. I went to a checkup with my gynecologist, and he suggested I take Adipex or Apodex. It was a weight loss pill. And, I'd started going to the gym, but that only lasted like a month or two at the most. And then I didn't change my eating, so of course the pill wasn't going to do anything for me. And then in 2012, went through in vitro again and had my daughter. My daughter was born prematurely, and she was in the hospital for a little while. When she came home, we had to learn how to give her injections, and she was on all these monitors for breathing and different things like that. And I started to get really depressed. I'm like, I never leave the house except for a doctor's appointment or to bring my son to school. He was in preschool at the time. And I didn't care. I was like, I don't care. I don't like leaving the house. Nobody's going to see me, so who cares what I look like? And that's when my weight crept up on me, and that is when I reached 222 pounds, my very highest. And then in 2014, our insurance changed, and we had to go to this specific doctor's office, and the company was Grand Valley Health. And I met with a Dr. Boutel for my physical. And during the physical, I was like, I'd really like to lose weight. And he said, well, we have this, sorry, my nose itches. We have this amazing program called Healthy Way. In the Healthy Way program, they do kind of help you try to lose weight, but you also learn how to live a healthier lifestyle. So he said, you can think it over and let us know if that's something you're interested in. So of course I thought it over. I'm like, he said it was a 20-month program. I'm like, wow, that is a really huge commitment every week for 20 months. I'm like, no, I'm worth it. I need to do this. So I signed up and went to orientation on September 16th, 2014. Was sitting in there, and they were going over everything in the class. You're going to have to weigh in every week. You're going to have to log anything you put in your mouth on MyFitnessPal. You have to go to group exercise classes weekly, and we encourage you to work out outside of class. Just went over everything, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm getting scared. Can I do this? I'm like, yes, I can. And the visions in my head was me at the end of the 20 months, skinny and healthy. So anyway, I went ahead and dived right into that program. Our first session was called Learn, and it was with our dietitian, and it was all about learning how to read labels, how to eat correctly, portion sizes, and things like that. The amazing thing about this program is that you were with other people, so you had the support of these other group members with you. I was the crybaby of the group. You know, when anything bad had happened, I'd come crying, and they were always so supportive. And you know, you'll get through this, Jody. You know, you got to stick it through with us. And so that right there was a huge part of my success, was those people. I love you guys. Then another session we went to was mindful eating. This one was life-changing. In this session, you learn how to deal with bored eating, stress eating, emotional eating, and that was my problem. We learned how to look at food differently and slow down. Don't just shovel it in, you know, take your time, enjoy it. And we learned that instead of turning to food, find something else that you love. You know, I learned that adult coloring is really relaxing for me. So if I get bored or if I'm stressed, instead of turning to food, I will color, or I'll go for a walk, or, you know, do something with my kids. So it was amazing. The way I look at food now is no longer I'm on a diet and I have to do this because of my diet. It's I made a lifestyle change, and this is how it has to be. I have to eat to live, not live to eat. That was a big lesson to learn. And some of you are thinking, well, that's kind of dumb, duh. But when food is your addiction, you know, it's not as obvious. So after the mindful eating class, my daughter came up to me and she said, "Mom, I want some water." And I almost cried. And I know that sounds silly, but before, my kids would be like, "I want juice, I want pop." And when she asked for water, it was like a light bulb, my aha moment. It was like, okay, not only am I doing this for my health, but my children are benefiting from it. I'm going to be healthy, and my children are going to be set up for a healthier life. So it was like, I can't fail. I have to keep pushing through. I have to stick with this lifestyle change. I have to keep working out. This is how it's meant to be. So that was amazing. In March of this year, 2016, is when I graduated the Healthy Way program, and I was excited. I was a little bummed because I didn't lose that much weight. I lost a few inches and some pounds, and I was so, like, my mind was in a whole better place. You know, my food choices are better. I'm working out. When I look in the mirror, I no longer see a fat blob that's worthless. I see a woman who's trying, who's fighting for her life, who's trying, you know, she's working out, she's eating better, she's changing her children's lives. To me, that's beautiful. So when I look in the mirror now, I try to focus on that instead of the fat. But still, you know, I mean, it still bothers me. I'm still self-conscious. And when I go out, you know, I wish I could fit into the cute clothes and be cute and thin and stuff like that. But, you know, overall, I'm much happier. And the thing that bothered me was that even though I have this better image of myself, my health is not getting any better. And I was so down on myself, like, what are you doing wrong? Why aren't you trying harder? I mean, how much harder can I try? I've completely changed my life. It can't, you know, I don't understand. And that's when I learned about your set points for your body weight. And I'm not going to get into detail about what those are. Maybe I will in another video if you're interested, or you can just Google it. But basically, it's because of environmental and all these other reasons, someone will put on weight. And when you get to that point, your body will kind of fight to stay at that set point. So you can lose so much weight, but then it won't, it won't come off. Or at least not how you'd want it to. So when I learned about that, it made me feel so much better, because it was like, okay, I am trying, and you know, there is other reasons outside of my failures that I am not losing the weight. That's when I really looked into weight loss surgery. Also, watching other YouTube videos, I believe it's Laura's VSG, something like that. Oh, I'll have to get that and link it down below. But she's the one who made me decide yep, that's what I'm gonna do. Not made me, but you know what I mean. She's amazing. And anyway, so on August 1st, our insurance changed again. So I went to my doctor for my physical and everything, and it was a doctor I had before. I had to switch to Grand Valley. So I asked her, I was like, okay, what do you think about weight loss surgery? And her response surprised me big time. I don't know why, but it was amazing. She was like, I really think that that would be great. And she showed me, it told me about 3 other people that work there in the office that have had it done, and have had it done through the place she recommended me to. And she pulled one of them into my room, and she said, now look at her. And I was like, oh my gosh, because I remember her from before. You know, she was a larger woman, and you know, and she said her attitude changed. She's so much more positive and happy and wants to be out and about. And I'm like, wow. So I called the number that she gave me, and that was to Grand Health Partners. And that was on August 1st that I called. On August 8th, I had the orientation, and then here we are. So I'm so excited, and I'm so determined, and I am so ready for this journey. I cannot wait to get the surgery and get my life back and change, you know, the course of my children's lives. They're going to benefit from this too. And I'm just, again, I am so blessed with my support team. Everybody is so supportive and so amazing. I don't think that it would be as easy to go through this without them. And I know that they will be a huge part of my success. So that is, you know, that's my history. If you have any more questions or anything, then let me know. Thanks for watching, guys.